Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Carrion, author of Fighting All Battles into Success, certified life and success coach, and transformational speaker. But today, I want to tell you the reason why I decided to become a life and success coach. You see, it all started when I was removed from the school system and partnered with a 21-year-old man who kept me isolated and abused me physically, mentally, emotionally. In terms, I had 4 kids at 14, at 16, at 18, and by the time I was 22 years old, I had 4 children to care for. After 9 years of isolation and abuse, I escaped the abusive relationship. I self-educated myself through books as my children started growing up and going to school. We gathered to the library together, and I immersed myself in books. I didn't know how to speak well English, which in terms was extremely difficult and very embarrassing. But I didn't want to give up, and I didn't want to believe anymore what was ingrained in my head, that I was stupid, that I didn't know how to speak English, that I wouldn't even go to college because how can I go to college if I can't even pass my GED test? I took that practice test, that GED practice test, more than 10 times, to the point that they gave me a certificate for improvement. I was extremely happy when I received that certificate. It wasn't the real GED, but I was getting closer to getting the real one. But the way I was able to accomplish the GED, an occupational studies degree, and a bachelor's degree was with the 10 commandments that I would like for you to use through my coaching services. First, I want to talk about attitude. I had to change the attitude that I wasn't able to accomplish anything, let alone pass a GED test or learn English or learn how to speak or read the language. But my first commandment was attitude. I changed my attitude from I cannot do this to I'm going to learn no matter what it takes. Then it was communication. I had to change the way I was communicating with people. In fact, I wasn't even communicating as much as I should. But I learned that if I seek to understand in a communication, I would learn the language faster. I would learn how to read it and write it. And that's exactly what I did. I got out of my comfort zone and I just started conversating whenever I had the chance instead of staying quiet and putting my head down. I no longer did that. And then financial. I had to change the way I was thinking about my financial situation. You see, when I decided to buy the GED textbook, I found a million excuses. And one of the excuses was that with $12, I was able to feed my children years ago for a whole week if you use it wisely. And I was the expert at doing that as a single parent with 4 children. And then So invest in yourself. And then also gratitude. I am so grateful for everything that I have had in my life. I am grateful for even what has happened to me in my life, my struggles and my battles. I am grateful because those battles, those pains, the abuse, the adversity, it's what made me the person that I am today, the person that is eager to help other people do what I did that took me years to accomplish. And another thing is knowledge. Equip yourself with the necessary knowledge with whatever is that you want to accomplish in life. If you want to be a greater architect, if you want to be a better baseball player, if you want to communicate better, if you want to write a book, learn about creative writing. That's what I had to do to write my first book, Fighting All Battles into Success. I really had to learn how to write in a creative way. Because when I went to school, it was different. It was business writing, not creative writing. So educate yourself in whatever it is. There's tons of books out there. There's the internet, the YouTube, AI, like immountable of resources that we can use now. And we don't have that excuse. I wish I had that when I was going to school back then, all the knowledge and all the resources that are out there for us. And then mindset. You have to change your mindset from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And I'm going to tell you what I mean about this. At one point in my life, I said, okay, so this is what I want. I want to have I want to go to college, have a well-paying job, and then later on, I'm going to have my house, and then finally accomplish these things. And I'm like, okay, wait, what now? If you have time and if you have the energy, equip yourself with the knowledge and to shift that mindset from fixed to growth and educate yourself in whatever that is that you want to accomplish. Also invest in your personal development, your health. Make sure you eat well, drink plenty of water, stay away from drugs. And something else that I always say, find your purpose. If you don't find your purpose, you are not going to be successful. But if you find the meaning behind what is it that you're doing to help others or to achieve whatever goal is it that you're working on, then do so. Find that purpose. My purpose is to help women who had the same struggles that I have. I had self-limiting beliefs. I didn't have a structure. I didn't have a guide. I didn't have the resources. But I was able to find all of that bit by bit, little by little. As soon as I found the purpose, which is helping other women overcome self-limiting beliefs by shifting their mindset, creating new habits that will ultimately have them achieve that ultimate goal that they want to achieve, whatever that is. And also time management. We sometimes say that we don't have enough time, but it's that we are not managing our time well. If we manage our time well, we will have more time to do the things that will help us grow, that will help us achieve that ultimate goal, whatever that is for you once again. And self-discipline yourself. Because the self-discipline is the cornerstone of your self-development, of your whole being. If this was helpful to you, and if you found something helpful in this video, send me a DM. I will offer you a one-time free assessment to see where is it that you're lacking self-limiting beliefs, where is that you need help to overcome those self-limiting beliefs, and how to overcome them and move forward by creating a new mindset, create new habits to achieve your ultimate goal. Remember that the only person that can stop you from achieving your goal is only you. You are the only one that can jeopardize that success. Send me a DM if this video was helpful, or you can send me an email at carrionmaria619@gmail.com, and I will send you my free guide to shifting your mindset and creating new habits. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.